As I think back over my life and how reading has played a part in it, my thoughts turn to my parents. Both are well educated and avid readers. They taught me from a young age the value of reading. When I was just beginning to read, I remember that my parents had almost every Dr. Seuss book available. Green Eggs and Ham, The Cat in the Hat, and Hop on Pop stick out in my mind. As I grew into my older elementary years, a book that I fondly remember is Animalia by Graham Base. This is an illustrated book that contains 26 illustrations, one for each letter of the alphabet. Also, for each letter, there's a sentence that uses alliteration for many of the words. The pictures illustrate what the sentences say. Two other books that I enjoyed were Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends and A Light in the Attic. The poems and stories in those books were so entertaining to me as a child and still are to this day. I also thoroughly enjoyed The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales by John Sieska. My father and I share a unique sense of humor. Dad introduced me to Dave Barry. Barry's a humor writer who has written numerous books, and I have many fond memories of Dad and I reading excerpts from Barry's books to each other over the years. I don't recall many books that I was required to read for school, but two that I do remember reading were The Indian in the Cupboard by Lynn Reed Banks and The Borrowers by Mary Norton. I like these books because I think I was fascinated by the possibility of those stories being reality. Part of me knew that they were fiction, but I believe another part of me secretly wanted them to be real. Two of my passions in life are geography and travel. My mother shares these loves with me, and she got me hooked on novels by Clive Cussler. His stories take his characters all over the globe, and he's so descriptive in his writing that I feel like I have traveled to so many amazing places without having ever left my living room. Another author whose writings I enjoyed in my teenage years was Michael Crichton. His books combine my love for geography, travel, suspense, and adventure. Each of his books that I have read have transported me a world away from reality. Sphere took me to the depths of the ocean. Congo deep into the African rainforest. Jurassic Park brought me face to face with prehistoric beings. And Prey, my favorite Crichton novel, introduced me to nanotechnology. Aside from books, there are some magazines that I have been very fond of for much of my life. I was in the Boy Scouts growing up, and I subscribed to Boy's Life. I also subscribed to Zoo Books. I've always had a love of animals. And my parents have subscribed to National Geographic and Reader's Digest since before I was born, and I have grown to love both of these publications and still subscribe to them. Finally, another passion of mine is cars, and I've been a gearhead since I was a toddler. I have subscribed to Motor Trend since I was 11 or 12, and it is my all-time favorite magazine. I haven't read for enjoyment in a long time, aside from the couple periodicals that I receive each month, but writing this paper and having the opportunity to reflect on my childhood reading has reignited my passion for reading for entertainment.